You're blinded by the light. You follow. Blinded by the light. You follow. Come blinded by the light. You follow. Come You're blinded by the light. You follow.
Well, hello everybody. I'd love to know who is here today. If you can just say hi. Thank you for joining us. I can see we've got a couple of viewers online. So we've had a couple of glitches with messages coming through from Facebook and a bit of a delay in the YouTube. So we're still trying to sort out some of the issues. So if you can just say hello. Hi, Lynn. I saw you subscribed today. Not sure if I know you. Thank you for joining us today. There's another viewer online. I'd love to hear who they are. I might just jump into Facebook and see if there's anything coming through. Oh, hi, Mel. Thanks for joining us. We'll just wait a couple of more minutes and see if anybody else joins us today. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks for joining us. That was really lovely of Kit to send those links out and let everybody know. And are you on through Facebook or are you on through YouTube? Sorry, I'm just still trying to sort out the chats and don't understand why, it's working or rather not working from Facebook. So I think you joined via YouTube this morning as a subscriber. And there's still a bit of a delay in the chat, I can see. So, yeah, he's a lovely man, isn't he? I met him when I lived in the US. So, very, very good value. So, would you like a reading, Lynn? Still a fairly long delay between feedback. So, I'm going to have to Google that one. I'm not quite sure what's causing the latency because I should be getting the information through quite quick. Okay, great. Is there someone in particular you'd like through? Hi, Linda. Linda P. Are you having the technical difficulties or am I? I'm going to go to you, Lynn, while we're waiting for Linda to reply and pass through. I'll only stay on for as long as we have a few. I'm assuming you want critiquing Mr. Kit. Hi. Hi, Linda. Okay, let me just jump into Lynn Baker's energy and we'll see who we got here. Okay, I do have your guides and I feel that I have a male here for you. I've got a man that's sort of, he's just showing me sort of his face and I feel that there's either a stuttering or a speech impediment. And while I'm channeling too, I won't be watching the chat, so just keep that in mind, guys. I feel a bit dithery before he passed away and I'm seeing sort of like salt and pepper colour hair. I wouldn't say he's overly tall. I get a kindness about him, but I get this sort of ditheriness before he's passed away as well. And I feel a very loving sort of soul. And as he's got older, he's got softer as well, okay? Can you identify who this is, Lynn? You can see a lady there for you as well. So this man, I would say, is in his 60s. He feels like he's in his 60s sort of age group when he's passed away as well. And I feel not really always with it just before he's passed away. You can see an older lady there too with sort of like quite light grey, wavy sort of hair. Okay, let's just check. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Linda. Sorry, it's hard to go into channeling and back into my normal brain. Yeah, okay, he did feel like a father. Can you identify who the lady is as well? I feel like the lady's she'd be very astute, straightforward, but also she's kind, but I feel a very well-organised lady and not shoot from the hip, but she would say what she thought without being sort of cruel, but sometimes they come across a bit abrupt, if that makes sense. And I feel that she's only a shorty and not a really big lady when she's passed away, but I do get a funny side to her as well. So this is still for Lynn, okay? Okay, is there somebody? Yeah, okay. Wonderful. Let me just pass through some messages for you, Lynn, because I think both of them, and I'd like to get your husband's name because I can call him in by his first and last name. So I just need, I'm assuming he's probably a baker as well, but if you could just give me his first and last name and I'll call him in for you. Okay. Okay, so I feel that you had a very close bond to both parents. It's not like it's just one. Dad's a bit of a softie, though, I think, whereas Mum's more the organiser. Dad's very sort of present around you as well. I do feel that when Dad was around, he was always a bit of those sort of pottery sort of guys, he would potter around. And I do feel he got very old just before he passed as well, Dale. So I'm picking up with him, there's a lot of love coming your way, and I feel like you had a very close bond with him. Mum was more of the practical sort of lady. So what I'm picking up with Mum is that she's still really heavily around you, and so is Dad, okay? I'm getting the sense, I'm not sure which one this is, but I am getting the sense that one of them had some stomach issues before passing, because I'm feeling really, really sick, like I want to vomit sort of feeling. Okay, and one had some blood issues as well. So I'm not sure which one's communicating, because they're both sort of like standing right next to each other. Dad's full of love for you, Dale. So I'm going to pass through a couple of more messages for you from them, and then I'll see if I can get Michael in. I have seen his name in the chat. Okay, Mum's wanting to say that they've been around you a lot. So there's been a lot of time for there's been time for healing, but there's been a lot of time I feel that she's been gone. She's showing me a 2 and going backwards, which I feel that may relate to when she's passed out. And what I do feel about Mum is that she's trying to be around you with a lot of love just at the moment, trying to heal. You're still struggling since the loss of your husband, and which you're saying it's been 6 months. There's been a few in the last 6 months, but you want to hear from your husband. Okay. I will bring him through. I can see there's another man standing there. But what Mum's trying to say is that she's been around you for support. Now, she's just showing me, I don't know where this is, but a set of stairs that are going, but they're concrete stairs. And I feel like they're sitting on the back stairs, or it feels like a set of stairs where they're sitting, and I'm pretty sure this is you, sitting with your bum on one step and your feet on the others with a cup of coffee and contemplating. And I feel there's a lot of, you are very spiritual, so you're wanting to get a lot more contact sort of with them, but it's like you feel distant at times, but then other times I feel very much that, like when I say at times, you're sitting there going, I don't really want to, check in with this life. It's too hard. But then other times I can see you can get up and just get on with it. Okay, so she is sending a lot of healing. And she is saying that you have a lot to live for. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying that you're depressed and want to do yourself in. It doesn't feel like that. It's very much that you want to just stop the pain, and, you want to, and then I feel like you just get up and get on with things, and then, try to get over things as well. But she's just wanting to say that she is trying to send you some healing. So open yourself up for some, doll. Dad's just blowing you a kiss. It's really quite cute. He's like, love you, okay? And he's wanting to apologise for being old and cranky right at the very end as well. He's got a very good heart, your dad, Dal. His nature's very, he feels like a very respectful man. Okay, so Michael Moss, let's just pull him through. Okay, I know he was a little bit spiritual, but he didn't quite understand what was going on. I'm just going to pull him through. Hang on. Okay, can you just confirm for me, Lynn? I just want to make sure I've got the right soul here. I'm seeing a man with dark hair, like almost black with a bit of grey around the sides, but I feel like thinning on top. And he's got a very warm, friendly demeanour, okay? And I feel like, I wouldn't say it was a sudden passing, but I do feel like the passing was, it was expected, but it was quick. Okay, if you can identify if this is the right soul, doll, I just want to make sure I've got the right man. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you for confirming that, Lynn, about your mum. I'm sorry if you lost so many people of late. Good morning to Fish. Thank you for joining us. Wow. So you've lost your son as well, doll. So is your son the dark-haired one? If you could just let me know. Yeah, okay. Well, you got a lot of love on the other side, I can tell you that now, Lynn. And I know you feel lost at times, you know, and you're sitting contemplating, you know, how, I don't know, I just feel like there's this overwhelm, but then I do feel like you like have to get up and get on with it. Yeah. What's your son's name, Lynn? And I'll see if I can pull him through. Yeah, okay. I can't see all of the chat, unfortunately. There's a thing, I'm assuming that's Michael. There's a little like love heart sitting in front. Let's have a look. You've been through the mill, haven't you, you poor thing? Well, at least you know that they're on the other side. Okay, so Robert's the one, yeah, he's saying to me it's him. Okay. And Robert, a bit of a daredevil as well is what I'm picking up. So, you know, try everything once is what he's saying to me. I feel quite cheeky at times, but then also could be quite polar opposite in his personality. So, you know, a little bit out there, but then a bit of a recluse as well. He's like, you know, he's all good where he is, doll. He doesn't feel like he's out of place or anything, okay? So, and I feel like he's saying to me about a termination. So, he wants to say sorry. Yeah, it's really annoying, Linda. I don't know why it's taking so long. I did say at the beginning of the stream that I'm having some issues with that, and I have been trying to work it out, but I unfortunately don't know until I'm back on the stream. So this is only my second stream, so it's sort of early days for me, but thank you for giving me that feedback. Okay, I'm just going to go back into Robert. So I do feel that Robert, so I'm just picking up the energy of Robert Lynn, and I do feel that Robert sort of was here 1 minute, gone the next. He wants to say, I'm sorry, Mum. And he is, I would say he's a very, you understand what I mean by a bit of a daredevil, like he would try everything once, okay, and he wants to apologise for exiting so quick. He's saying to me that he's happy where he is, so he wants you to know that he is okay, but he is sort of on the other side learning some lessons about and review of himself. And he's showing me a 3 going backwards as well, so that would refer to 3 years ago. Yeah, thank you, Linda. Yay. Yeah, very good, Lynn. Well, know that they're all over there for you, doll. Now, someone's wanting to pass through something to you. I feel like I'm in your home and I'm looking at a series of photos and some flowers, and I'm looking at eye level like I'm looking at them. And I feel like these photos are of everyone and they're all at eye level when I'm standing, doll. This is coming from your son, by the way. And it's like a bit of a shrine to everybody, doll. So what I can see is that you're, you go over and think of them. Yeah, I bet Kit's helped a lot, doll. He's a wonderful man, and, he's just one of angels, put on earth. So, and I also get like hesitation around going to visit them all in their cemetery. There's something about you going there and being hesitant. You don't need to go, doll. You literally don't need to go to the cemetery. They're all around you. All right. If you want to pay your respects, look at your shrine that you have. And it's like the photos, and it's like Mum's saying to me that she wants you to remember the good times, not the lost times, okay? So, and like there's been a lot of good family times she's showing me. Yeah. And I'm going to say your son has said he was here for a good time, not a long time, okay? And I think you always sort of knew that he wouldn't be around forever because he was a bit of a daredevil, okay? I like his personality. I'm getting the feel that he, yeah, that's funny about, thanks, Linda. He is like that, and I'm exactly the same sort of reader. When I can see you are lying to yourself or not being completely honest to yourself. Sorry, I just want to go back to what your son was saying, Lynn. Okay, so it was like you sort of knew, Lynn, that he wasn't always going to be here because of who he was. All right, so, sometimes it's so hard when we bring our kids in and, they desert us, whether they leave the planet or leave home and move completely away and don't even have a lot of contact with us. It's really hard because when we bring these babies in, we feel like they're ours forever. But we're only the transitional, especially as mothers, we're the transitional incubator, I guess you could call us, that come with a lot of love and help show them their way. So I'm going to leave that with you, Lynn. I hope that helps you, and, truly I feel for you. It's a hard thing being left behind as a human being and having so many people on the other side. Trust me, I have a lot of them. It's a process of spirituality, helps that journey so much more. So my love goes out to you, doll. All right. So, Lynn, I think you were the next one on our chat. Linda, sorry. Would you like a reading, doll? Sorry, I do have to wait for your answer. I'm assuming you do. That's why you're on. And if there is, yeah, okay, I'm not sure who Colin is, darling. I'm from Australia, so I did live over there. Okay. All right, Linda, is there someone you want to hear from, doll? Just give me their first and last name. I've got a mail here for you. Okay. Just going to pass this through while I'm waiting for your chat to come through. I do feel I've got a man that's got darker skin here. And quite a happy chappy. I feel like he's positive vibe, would sort of touch a lot of people. Bit overweight before he's passed away, and very kind, there for everybody. Walk in the room and his personality is just all smiles. So I do feel a very uplifting energy. Okay, sure, I'll have a look at your mum. Yeah, okay, is that your dad, Dal? Is it your dad that I'm pulling through? Can you identify who this man is? Okay, which one went from the heart problem, Dal? I've got one coming through with heart issues before they've passed. And one had a bit of a speech, when I say speech, wouldn't always speak up. You can't identify with this man that's coming through. So you even got an uncle or someone like this, or a friend that's passed away. Yeah, okay. Might dawn on you a little bit, but okay. Is there anyone else on the chat that can identify with this man? Because he's definitely here. Right, okay. Yeah, I was picking that up. I feel like that's somebody for you, Linda, sorry. But I'm wondering whether anyone else can identify with this darker guy. He's a fairly big guy. Okay, so it's not for you, Linda. Is there anybody else? There was somebody else on the chat that we had. There's definitely a very happy chappy that wants to come through. And I feel like he'd call a spade, you know, he's quite sort of, he has got an American accent. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny, Linda. That's all right, I will bring your mum through, Dal. Okay. All right, I'll just move this guy aside and I'll go back to you, Linda. So let's just have a look. Jeanette Patterson, okay, and who? Arthur Patterson, okay. Okay, which one are we going to pull through first? I know you want to hear from Mum. Okay, so I'm still getting a lot of sadness. I'm really, okay, I will in a minute. Two Fish, thank you. So I'm getting a lot of sadness and a very big connection between you and your mum, Dal, and a lot of sadness losing her. And it's the sort of relationship I had with my mum before she passed, like best friends, you know, communicate all the time, very, very, very close. You know, I do feel that you did a lot and wanted to spend a lot of time with her before she passed. She's just showing me the connection. I'm just asking her to come in. Okay, I do feel that she had a lot of religious sort of beliefs, but she didn't quite understand what was going to happen when she passed away. She still had some fears of passing. Okay. So she was... this sort of thing, even though she was sort of spiritual and religious, this sort of thing was a little bit, she wasn't 100% sure about it, doing this sort of connection, but she's quite happy to be here. I'm just asking her to give me details about who she is. I do feel very unwell before she's passed away and quite ill. She's saying she was happy to go. A very kind lady. I feel very, very giving, supportive, just there for everybody. Not a martyr, okay? She's saying she loves you incredibly. And she wants to let you know that you've been together many times in past lives. So there's a really thick sort of connection between you and her. She's saying to me you haven't been the same since she's been gone. And it's almost like you can't find that same level of connection with anybody else. So she's wanting to let you know that that connection has not died. Yeah. You never thought that she was, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, she was pretty sick, I can see, yeah. Yeah, she does want to help everybody. She's very kind-souled. I think, very angelic. Like there's not a bad bone in a body sort of feeling about her. Okay, and I feel like the good sort of Samaritan sort of person as well. She put a hand up and sacrifice her own sort of happiness and whatnot just to help other people. It was just out of the goodness of her heart. There was no, the way I can describe it, there was no sort of expectation in return at all, doll. It's funny, I feel as I'm doing readings, because normally when I do a reading one-to-one with people, there's a lot more detail that comes through. So it's almost like my guides are limiting the information, as in because of the personal issues, or more the depth of information, that may come through for you, that may not trigger you, but normally I get a lot of information about where you're stuck and what's going on in your life. So it feels a little bit filtered, but that's okay. I think that will possibly change, hopefully. So she's just showing me the colour white, and I feel like white's very important to you. Like it's a very crisp, clean. It's either you or her, Linda P. And I feel for you like you're a very ordered sort of person. She's just showing me who you are. When I say you're very organised, everything's got to have its place sort of thing as well. She's talking about, I feel like she wants you to put your focus on one of your children. I'm picking up that it's a female, and she's referring to children. So there's another child coming into the family. So, and it definitely feels like like your daughter, or there's another. Yeah, I can see you've got OCD. I didn't want to call it that. It's all right, I've got it too. Yeah, I can see it's sort of like a daughter that you have, or a daughter in the family, and there's another child coming through, okay? So it is down the line directly underneath you. And she's saying that she's got the child in spirit now. Okay, I feel like we're 18 months away. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, my mum was at my daughter's birth as well, which was lovely. So there is a child in spirit, and I'm picking up it's a little boy that's going to be coming through as well, doll. So she's just saying, like, love to you. It's like she's really wanting to send it down to you. And she's saying, in regards to your OCD, it's not that it takes the fun out of life, but I get it. You get all your jobs done first, and you've got to get a bit more joy in your life. You've got to do a bit more for yourself rather than, doing the OCD stuff, or, making sure everything's sort of clean and tidy. But I know, and I totally get it because I'm like this. You get your jobs out of the way and then you feel like you're free, but the jobs never stop. But you've got to sort of start to allow time for joy in your life, okay? So it's I just feel that's what Mum really wants to say to you. Life's too short, doll. Life is too short. So she's asking, I'll explain who this child is, doll, in a minute, so because she will want you to know this. So it's very important to allow that time for yourself, even if it's just taking the dog out for a walk or, standing on the grass with a cup of coffee and just reconnecting to the earth and having a bit of time out for yourself, because I feel like your head never ever stops. Okay. Well, it's definitely, I feel, so this child, I think, is coming via this daughter. So it's either your daughter or one of her children, okay? So there is a child coming through, because I do feel that your daughter's she may well be past, past the childbearing age, but there is definitely a little boy that's coming into the family, Dal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to say, mum, in regards to the forgiveness, let me tell you, they all forgive you when they get over the other side. They don't hold on to it, Dal. You have certain contracts that you've got to fulfill in your own life, and so do they. Sometimes we fail as human beings. We're not always, sort of perfect, and that's partly why we've got a human mind and a soul, that are often at opposite ends of what we're doing. So and giving us two different sort of directions. So we often feel like we've got two different entities running ourselves. So, well, I would say that your daughter Linda is going to have a child. So there is definitely a child coming through your daughter. So let me just find out, Linda. Hang on. So it's the forgiveness from mum. I don't feel there's any angst there at all. I am sort of picking up that you and your daughter do headbutt at times, though, or butt heads. Okay. Mummy's definitely confirming this child. Yeah, okay. I can tell you mum wouldn't care, but mum's saying that she has forgiven you, like it's done and dusted. She knew, she was cranky, but she knew. All right, so, but I don't feel that she has any angst whatsoever. She's confirming it. She knew. She was cranky about the situation, but she also knew that you couldn't do anything about it. All right? She is sending you a lot of love, doll. And she's asking you to be kind to yourself. You're too self-judgmental. Sorry, got to pass that through. You're really on your case. You're hard on yourself, and she doesn't want, your daughter might hate kids, but, the universe has other plans for her. So I feel that's about 18 months away. My daughter's the same. She doesn't want kids yet, but at some point, I can actually see that little girl in spirit. And I laugh because she's got a round face like me. Both my kids have got quite long faces. So, and I can see this little girl in spirit waiting to come through, and she's there with my mum. Yeah. Well, you're most welcome, Linda. Just know mum, especially mum's very around. I know dad's there, but I didn't sort of bring him through too much, but he's quite a lovely man as well. Yeah. Does she think the job offer is really going to start on the 23rd? I'm getting a couple of week delay on that, Dar, but it will start. She's saying yes. I just feel that you need to be a bit patient. You're a bit antsy about this. Mum's sort of showing me, just breathe around this, and you don't need to force a square peg into a round hole, okay? So that's a bit of your thinking at the moment. And she's saying to me that you need to just relax around it and let this open. I know it's sort of like you're antsy, you've got a bit of, it's anxiety, but it's like, I've got to get this, like there's a lot of internal pressure. So just let this slide and allow it to unfold, okay? But I do feel that there's a couple of week delay on that for you, doll. All right, sweetie, I'm going to see if I can go back and pull through this man for, I don't know if I can move my chat. Let's just have a look. Sorry, new to this, so let's go back and see if I can go back to... Thanks for all the confirmation too, Linda. I hope that helped you. Good morning, Jackie. So we did have a lady, two fish. Okay, you still with us, two fish? You're most welcome, Linda. My pleasure, darling. I hope that's really, yeah, it is anxiety, okay. Yeah, but I feel like your anxiety is trying to push it to happen. You don't want to push it away, doll. Like you're manifesting this. That's what Mum's trying to say. Like, doesn't matter if it's not on your exact timelines, just know it's coming your way. That's one of the hardest things. Hi, thanks, Two Fish. Thanks for letting me know. So this man, I'll just see if I can pull him back in. I have got him still in the energy. He's a fairly big, solid, dark skin. He could be African-American. And I feel a very joyous, happy, I don't think Kit's on, Dal, but thank you, Linda. So I'm just going to stay focused on two fish. So I've got this man that's sort of a very happy, easygoing, chirpy, quite a lovely man, there to cheer up everybody. I think if he walked in the room, it'd be like, well, you're not dead yet, if you're miserable. Come on, it's not the end of the world. So I get this, and I do feel that before he passed over, he was quite happy to go. He was tired. I do feel that his skin looks beautiful, but I do feel that he is probably in his 50s or 60s. He's not that old. So can you identify who this is, Two Fish? Just waiting for your feedback. Or is this somebody else's? Would that be Jackie? I know that Jackie is on the line now, Jackie Brown. Would that be you at all, Dale? Can you identify with who this man is? He's definitely here for a reading. I feel he had some heart issues and died very fast. He's wanting to come. You can't. Okay. Can you, Jackie? Right. Okay. And were they sort of darker skin as well, Jackie? Sorry, it's a bit of a delay in me getting your messages for some reason. I've got to get that sorted. And quite a happy guy, and had some heart issues before he's passed away. I do feel like he wants to come through. It's one for proof of life, but just to let everybody know, not really. Okay. All right, let's go to Two Fish. Is there somebody, I do have another appointment and I have to get off in 15 minutes. So is there somebody that you would like to hear from, Two Fish? I'll see if I can get you. Right, okay. So you can identify with this man, Jackie? Jackie's on Facebook. Yeah, okay, thanks. Let me know, Two Fish. Yes, okay. All right, let me just pull through some information for you, Jackie. Thanks for joining us. I know you've joined a bit late, but that's okay. All right. Yeah, okay. A very friendly man, isn't he? Like, I really love his energy. He's got a really nice uplifting sort of energy. His energy would light up a room when you walked in it. But I feel he's quite says what he thinks, okay? Okay, let me just pull this man through first. And I need a second name, Two Fish, like his surname, so I can pull him through. Yeah, I agree, Jackie. Messing around, yeah, and I feel like he's passed pretty quickly though. Here 1 minute, gone the next, and he's like a big solid guy, like a really quite broad, and I feel like he's just coming through with love, just like still got that energy of just here for everybody, to cheer everyone up. He wants to let you know. Okay, thanks, Two Fish. He wants to let you know that like there's some changes coming up for you in life soon, and I feel like the changes are all about, he's just wanting to let you know. Yeah, he has, I could see that, Dal. Okay. He wants to let you know there's some changes coming up for you, and I feel like a move is imminent and that you are to go with the move. You're not to sort of sit on your hands. I know sometimes it's do I take a step forward. Sometimes I take a step forward and I've got to take two back. But he's saying to me that the move is good for you, and he's showing me water now, so I do feel it's fairly close to water. And he is sort of giving you the push, because sometimes you sit on your heel, or you sit on your hands about growing and moving forward, and then other times you can go 100 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you. I can see my Facebook chat's coming up over there, but it's not coming up in this chat. Strange. So I feel he's wanting to give you a push. He is around you a lot. He is saying that he wanted to leave the planet. As much as he was happy on the outside, he felt quite lost in his own world in the aspect, not because I'm not saying that because he committed suicide. I feel like he wasn't really connected to family, and the fact that he wasn't connected to family is what made him feel very lost in the world. And I feel he's showing me like 20 years, so you must have known him for about 20 years or so, but he was one of those guys that if you needed help with anything, he'd just get up and do it. And he's just sort of showing me that part of his personality was that he felt disconnected and very lost. So, and you're not to sort of take anything on with this. I do feel he's been gone for a little while now. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's why. Yeah. And I feel, so she's just saying here that he was like my son, and he was a larrikin, and he is with all his family. They had passed. Yeah, he felt really lost from not being around family, so that's why he's sort of why he's wanted to go. So it's got nothing to do, like no one could interfere in that, but that was his time of going. But he's gone up there and he's quite happy, and he's quite I do feel like he's been gone a few years now, Dal, but he's very he's quite content where he is, to be honest. I do feel like he was incredibly close to his mother, and once she passed, that was it. He felt like the end of the chain. So understand what he means by that. Hi, Narelle. Thanks for joining us. I will be finishing in about 12 minutes, so we'll see how we go, whether we can squeeze in something for you. Yeah. His birthday is on the 18th. We'll wish him a happy birthday, Darren. I feel like you've got to have a beer for him. Have a beer, he's saying, have a beer. Yeah, okay. Wow, that's really sad, isn't it? That Jackie's just saying that the mother committed suicide and brothers. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So just know that you've got a connection with him. He's around you. He wanted to come in for proof of afterlife for you, and for you to know that he wants to give you the boot up the backside to get you moving when you move. So that means like a house move is happening. So I get that this is probably within the next 2 years, Dale. It's not right like this month coming, but I do feel like it's do I do it, don't I do it, do I do it, don't I do it? You got to do it. And I feel like it's near the water, okay? So he is sort of giving you the push. All right, Dale? All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's pretty sad before he passed, but he's quite happy. He's back to his happy self. So know that that was just the separation from family he couldn't cope with. So, and sometimes suicide's the only exit some people can do. And it's harder for some to do than it is for other. But normally you get that depressed that the switch flips and it's easy to do. But when you're missing everybody like that, it's really, really hard. So the exit, I do feel his choice of exit was really hard for him. So, all right, darling, blessings from him. He wants to say thanks for being there too, all right? Because I feel like you would know when he was miserable and you'd invest the time to sit down and talk to him. So he's actually, thank you. Appreciated. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want to be here anymore, Dale. All right, sweetie, God bless. Anyway, from him. Now, Narelle, see if I can fit you in for about 10 minutes because I do have a Zoom appointment I've got to do straight after this. Is there someone you want to hear from, Narelle? Sorry, Two Fish wants to hear from somebody as well. So, John Byrne. Let me just jump in and do this because Two Fish has been on the line for a while. Patiently waiting. Thanks, Two Fish. So John Byrne for Two Fish. Okay, I'm getting a father figure that's coming in. If you can just confirm I've got the right soul. I feel like this man was possibly either an alcoholic or didn't look after his body very well. Having some issues, I feel, with teeth as well. So if you can identify who this might be. And he's a bit drawn in the face, so not an overly big guy. Like I feel very small framed. Narelle, if you could just, good morning, darling. If you could just give me their first and last name so I can channel, hopefully I can do that in the next few minutes for you. And if you can confirm to Fish that John Byrne is the guy I'm describing. I just want to make sure I've got the right soul in for you because they can push in front when there's a few standing there. Thanks, Mel, for joining us. Okay, thanks. So Two Fish, he was a drinker and that wasn't good. No, I could see he was a drinker and I do feel this has contributed to his death. So I do have the right man. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay. Was he quite slender though? I'm getting that this guy's not a big guy, like quite slender, but I do feel like his body was affected by the alcohol, doll. Okay. Looking at this man, I wouldn't say he was that old, doll. But he does look a little bit drawn in the face. So is this the same guy? Yeah, okay. Because I feel that the drinking was part of the thing that kept him slim. You know how some people put weight on when they're drinking? I feel like part of this, like I had a dad that was an alcoholic and he was incredibly skinny. Geez, the moment I drink any alcohol, I put on 10 kilos. Yeah, lean and young. He doesn't feel very old. I wouldn't say he's in his 60s. I would have picked maybe 50, 40s, late 40s. Yeah, late 40s, early 50s. Okay, thanks for confirming that, Two Fish. Sorry, I don't know when your chat's coming through, but I know it's coming through very slow for me. I'm not sure what's going on your end. Okay, let me just pull through. So I'm getting a personality that's sort of a bit of a smart A, smart ass, as they call them. And what I mean by that, a bit of sarcasm in the humour. And I feel quite quick-witted as well. So showing me something to do with the brain as well. So there's some sort of either injury or something going on in the brain. I feel like there's sort of not here 1 minute, gone the next. I'm not getting that, but there's sort of something not quite right in the brain. So he's saying to me he didn't want to go. Yeah, sorry, what was that? Okay, you're most welcome, Jackie. Yeah, lovely. Well, you can listen to this again, Jackie. So, okay. Yeah, okay. I can see he is very smart. So he died from a head injury. Yeah, I could see there was something like it wasn't computing properly, but I was getting pain in my brain. Yeah, okay. So I get when I say a very quick wit, like he'd be onto things really quick, and he'd call you on your BS as well. So he is wanting to come through and communicate with you, Two Fish. He's saying he's sorry he exited when he did. Okay, it's like didn't want to pass, but he's okay where he is. He is watching over you. I still feel a lot of sadness for you around this. Yeah. Yeah. He's showing me I feel like I'm in the bedroom. We got a lot of flowers in your bedroom, like either on the wallpaper or something. I'm just getting this feeling of flowers, but more a picture, not live flowers. Sits on the corner of your bed and showing me that you've got like a light brown sort of colour hair and strokes your hair. There's a mirror in the bedroom. I can see like you're looking into the mirror while he's doing it. Okay. Sorry, I can't see all of that because it's right in the middle. Unfortunately, it's your chat when it's coming through. I'm seeing I'm devastated he left our daughters. Yeah, lol, flowers, yeah. But he's sort of trying to console you because of the weight that's left on your shoulders. So it's not, I know he's left your daughters, but he's trying to console you with the job that you've got ahead. Okay, so, and there's times where I feel like yeah, no, I think it's in the pictures, but he's showing me the pictures, but not the vase of flowers, okay? I just want it because it feels like a flat image that I'm looking at. And he's sort of showing me sitting on the corner of the bed, like, and he's like this, just sort of sitting patiently watching over you. And then I feel like he comes in and pats you on the head, like he's stroking your hair. And you're laying on your left side, and I feel like there's a mirror there where you can see yourself. Okay. Wants to pass through that he loves you. You've got one daughter that's really, really headstrong, and the other one's a bit of a leg hugger. A headstrong one you're going to need a lot of support with, he's saying. And she'll fight you every which way as she gets older. She's got very, very strong will. So you just, he's not there to scare you, doll, sitting on your bed. But the strong-willed one, you're going to have to grit your teeth and keep loving her. But he's saying, when you run out of trying to rationalise with her, just ask for support. And I feel like sometimes you'll go to bed and you'll be like, so what he's showing me is just sort of call him in and ask for him to have a chat with her, because she's got a very, very strong will. The other one's very cuddly and lovely. But the strong will one's she's going to fight the demons of the world. Pardon me, she's going to have a big voice. So you know which one I'm talking about. I'm getting the feeling it's the eldest one, doll. Okay, I'm getting to the time where I do have to wrap up, doll. Yeah, okay. Well, I hope that helps you, guys, and I hope you enjoyed your readings today. If you know anyone, like and share so that they can jump on board and get some readings. All right, doll, I'm going to finish up. I can't see your reply because they're taking forever to come in, but I've only just got the yes, haha reply. So anyway, I hope that helps you know that he is around you, and he is, he is sitting in on your bed. It's the youngest one that's trouble. Thank God the eldest one is the softer one. She won't be terrorised too much. I mean, she'll still be terrorised. Yeah, my pleasure, doll. So feel free to share to anybody that you know would like and appreciate and enjoy your reading, a reading for them. Sorry. Okay, must go because I do have another appointment to go to. God bless everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye.